Hi folks, in today's recipe we are going to be making 4 punches, also known as milkshakes, that can be found in the Caribbean. We are going to be making a very rich peanut punch, then we're going to be moving on to soursop punch, then we're going to do Bhagi seamoss punch, and we're going to make the ultimate split peas punch. Yes, you can use split peas to make punch. We have 1 tablespoon of vanilla, 1 cup of whole milk, we have 1 cup of peanut butter. I'm going to be using some heavy cream, and if you don't have this, you can use carnation milk, 1 tin of condensed milk, and we have some ice. Let's head to the blender. We're going to add the ice to the blender. Ice also thickens a punch. Even if it's beetroot, it also thickens it. Let's add our whole milk. Vanilla, heavy cream, condensed milk. Scrape everything in there. If you don't like it too sweet, it's okay to use less condensed milk. And let's grab our peanut butter. I'm using smooth peanut butter, but if you are using the crunchy peanut butter, you might want to blend this even more smooth, and it's going to take much more time. Blend everything together, which should take about 3 to 4 minutes. Remove it from the blender, and you want to pour it in a mug. You want to serve it right away to your family, and the majority of times, let's face it, no one wants to wait to put peanut punch in a mug. You just pour it straight to the glass. We're going to serve this up with some more ice. Get it nice and extra chilly. And we are going to wash this down. And I'm going to be washing this down with some coconut sweetbread. And speaking of coconut sweetbread, you can also find coconut sweetbread right here on this channel. Let's move on to our soursop punch. I am using 1 soursop in this recipe, and this is a very small soursop. You want the soursop to be nice and ripe so it can be peeled easily and you can get the seeds out. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this apart and take out all the seeds and the pulp and discard the stick in the center that I don't want. Remove the parts and add it to a separate bowl. What I like to do sometimes is to remove the seeds individually and blend the pulp, and it gives me a very thicker punch. But when I don't have enough time to do this, I simply add water to it. I'm going to go in with my hands and mix everything up for quite a while. I still go ahead and I take out some of the seeds because I like a little bit of richness in there. But today I am not going to be blending the pulp. I'm just going to show you how to take out the seeds, or you can just mix everything together and mush everything up until you get a nice thick liquid. So we're going to go ahead and strain this off, and we're going to use the liquid to make our punch. Removing the seeds individually takes way too much time for me, although I think you get a thicker punch when you remove the seeds and you blend the pulp. Once everything is squeezed out, you want to transfer this to a separate bowl, or you can mix it in the bowl that you have used to strain it, whichever way works for you. So let's go ahead and assemble our soursop punch. I'm adding some whole milk. This is 1.5 cups of whole milk. We're going to add a good dash of Angostura bitters, some nutmeg, 1 can of carnation milk, I'm starting off by using 3/4 tin of condensed milk. If it's not sweet enough for you, then you can add the rest. Give it a mix. And we want to go in with a pot spoon and taste it. Once it's good, you want to bottle it. You want to place it in a mug. Mix it in a mug if you want to mix it in a mug. Whatever vessel works best for you. Hey, go ahead and do it. I'm pouring some ice in my cup, and now it's time for me to enjoy a delicious soursop punch. So let's move on to making our Bhagi seamoss power packed, energy packed drink. We have a small pack of seamoss, also known as Irish moss, and we're going to be using some fresh nutmeg in this. And we have our main player, Bhagi. Let's remove some of the leaves from the Bhagi, but we are removing the smaller leaves because they are way softer. I'm taking off the leaves from the rib because the rib is fibery and I don't want that in the punch. Let's remove some more. Add these to some water. Once you have removed the leaves from the rib, you want to set it aside. We're going to come back to it. We have our seamoss and we're going to wash this thoroughly first for about 2 to 3 times until the water runs nice and clean. You want to get rid of any scum, any sand, that sea smell. You want to get rid of all of that. So we have it, it's nice and clean, and I have it in some lukewarm water. That way it swells up very, very fast and I don't have to leave it overnight. If you have time to leave this overnight, you can go ahead and do that. Allow it to bloom overnight and you get way more seamoss. We have our Bhagi, and let's go over to our pot because we are going to be steaming this for about 8 to 10 minutes. So I have a pot of boiling water and you just want to add it in there. Give it a quick stir and you leave it to steam 8 to 10 minutes until it gets nice and soft because we are blending this up and we're going to be drinking this in our punch. We want to make sure that all those fibers are thoroughly cooked. This is done. We are going to be boiling our seamoss. Change the water, add the seamoss to it, and once it has boiled for about 10-15 minutes and it's nice and soft, turned into a gel, you want to go ahead and add some freshly grated nutmeg into this. What happens is that the nutmeg will start to release the oils in the seamoss and you get that seamoss flavor. Transfer it to a bowl and begin adding the spices. I'm adding some cinnamon to this, and we're going to add back our Bhagi, aka Jamaican callaloo. Add 1 tablespoon of dark vanilla, and I'm going to use my stick blender to mix this. If you don't have a stick blender, go ahead and use your regular blender, and that's fine. Once it becomes nice and smooth, you want to add some whole milk, some evaporated milk, and condensed milk to this. The last thing we're going to be adding is the condensed milk. We want to get everything completely ground, and if it's too thick, don't be afraid to add some more milk to thin it out to your liking. Let's add our condensed milk to it. If you like it a little bit more sweet, you can go ahead and add some more condensed milk, or you can add some white sugar or some brown sugar to this. I'm going to give this another blend, and once it's to my thickness, then I'm going to go ahead and serve this up with some ice. And here we have a delicious Bhagi seamoss filled with nutrients, high in fiber. So next up, we're going to be making a very special libido booster, and this is going to be a split pea and pumpkin punch. Yes, you can make split pea punch. Do not give this to children. In a blender, I am adding 2 cups of ice, 1.5 tablespoons of dark vanilla, about 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, freshly grated nutmeg, and I can't stress enough on the freshly grated nutmeg when you are making Caribbean punches. It's key. If you can't handle it, it's okay to omit it, but it gives so much flavor. So we are going to be adding 2 cups of whole milk to this. I'm going to add 1 cup of heavy cream, and if you don't have heavy cream, you can use carnation milk or evaporated milk. I'm also going to add evaporated milk to this. And if you don't have the whole milk, increase the amount of the evaporated milk. I'm going to start off by using half tin of condensed milk and manage the sweetness as I go along. I have here 3 pieces of cooked pumpkin that I steamed, no salt, and this goes in here. And now for the split peas. This is raw split peas, but what you have to do to make this drink, you have to cook the split peas until it's nice and soft. And once it's soft like this, easy to blend, then you're going to add it to the mixture. You are going to thoroughly enjoy this drink if you try it. If you are enjoying my recipes, give this video a thumbs up, give this video a subscribe, and let me know if you knew that split peas can make punches. Let's add some ice to our glass, and let's pour in our split pea libido booster. You don't want to drink this when the rain is falling, if you know what I mean. Top it off with some cinnamon, and there you have it. So we have our 4 punches: peanut punch, soursop punch, seamoss Bhagi, and we have our split pea sponge. Thank you for joining. See you in the next one.